What's going on, everyone? I am back again with another Cowboys video, and we smoked the Giants 44-20. Woo! How about them Cowboys, baby? Domination in the second half. We did lead 17-10 in the first half, but it was anything but perfect. And before I get into that game, Fox and CBS, get your fucking shit straightened out on airing the games like they're supposed to. I don't give a shit about the fucking Packers and Bengals. It's about the fucking Cowboys and the Giants. I know the game was in overtime, but come on. Shit, switch it to where the game was is supposed to be broadcasted. So seriously, get your fucking shit straightened out. In fact, CBS did this last season in Week 5, and we were actually playing the Giants then. And I actually missed most of that opening drive. So yeah, that was really fucked up. So anyways, CBS and Fox, get your shit straightened out on that, okay? Seriously, grow the fuck up and air the games that are supposed to be broadcasted at that specific time. So get it straightened out, you fucking idiots. Thank you. Now back on the subject of the Cowboys and Giants game. That opening drive, Dak did not do very well at all. In fact, he did pretty bad. I think we were rushing for a bit because I did miss the very few minutes of the game. Dak threw a pick. In fact, it was tipped and intercepted by Lorenzo Carter, number 59. Thankfully, the Giants couldn't do anything out of that drive. They attempted to kick a 54-yard field goal, pretty much, and they missed it. We were able to get a field goal despite the fact that we couldn't get a touchdown because Schultz couldn't hang on to the pass. But I swear Wilson was open, and it could have been another chain mover. We would have had enough for the first down, but it is what it is. Then we had another potential touchdown drive, but unfortunately Dak mishandles the snap from Biadasz. That's definitely on Dak. And I'll even admit that even later on, Biadasz didn't have a perfect game because he kind of snapped the ball a little high, and luckily Dak adjusted to that better. But next time, Dak, don't do that shit. Just fucking fall on the fucking football. Thankfully, you pulled your head out of your ass after those not so good drives from you. But the good news is after that, the defense got the stops. We got a touchdown drive. He threw a touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb. Giants tried to drive again, but unfortunately, Barkley ends up injured. And then on another drive by the Giants, Daniel Jones tries to run it in, but he is stopped by Jabril Cox, whose helmet collides with Danny's as well, and as a result, he gets a concussion. In all seriousness, I hope that Daniel and Saquon are okay. No ill will towards them. I think Daniel has a concussion. He might be out for the next game. So yeah, the injuries started piling up because eventually later on, Kenny Golladay ended up injured as well. He wasn't. But I'll say this, Kadarius Toney, he is definitely going to be a weapon for y'all. He has some serious speed, and he had like 10 receptions for 188 yards, somewhere around that range, but he kind of tore us up, so yeah. But he also needs to keep his attitude in check, which maybe I'll touch upon if I remember correctly. But anyway, despite all that, despite the fact the game is tied at 10-10, and Danny goes out, and their running back scores a touchdown to, of course, tie up the game. Luckily, we go down the field. We score. We get a touchdown to Amari Cooper, make it 17-10. Giants get the ball. They get another kind of somewhat deep pass. I believe it was to Toney as well, like I said. But thankfully, they're only able to get a field goal out of that at 17-13. Eventually, we end up going on another drive. We score a touchdown to, I think it was Elliott that caught that 2-yard touchdown pass, I think. Make it 24-13. And we just showed why we are a damn good offensive football team, because we can run and throw at you at will. We have the running backs. Zeke had another 100-yard rushing game. He had caught a touchdown pass and also ran for one. Pollard had his good runs. He had I think he had 75 yards rushing as well. So yeah, we can run the football and also throw at you at will. And like I said, we don't even have Gallup or La'el Collins. And while Steele had an okay game, he had that one penalty where he decided to take a swipe at the Giants' defensive lineman. So that could have been a drive killer there. But luckily, Kellen Moore had called another good game, had some tricks up his sleeve. And that touchdown throw. I mean, not a touchdown throw. He had a potential touchdown throw. He was able to throw a pass to Noah Brown where it could have easily been a touchdown. But yeah, our offense did well. We were able to, like I said, run, pass on you at will. Defense did a little better, I guess, in the second half, but it still allowed some good streaky passes from Mike Glennon. I mean, I'm sure Mike Glennon, in all fairness, is a good quarterback to some degree, but I felt like our defense was kind of shaky for some point. But the good news is Trayvon Diggs, he was able to intercept a pass. And speaking of which, we need to sign that guy. I don't care who. Get him signed quickly. I don't care. Get him signed to a great contract extension, Jerry. Get her done. Whether it be this season or next season. If not this season, definitely next season. You need to get that guy re-signed to a 7-year extension or 7-year extension. I don't care. Get the guy re-signed. That guy is a fucking ball hawk. Even Brown had a much better game. He he had his struggles, but he was able to clamp down pretty good. And he actually had that pick 6 that definitely sealed the game. I mean, the game was already won, but it definitely prevented any chance of the Giants getting another kind of, meaningless touchdown in the end. So yeah, the secondary, besides Diggs and Brown, they did okay. I can't believe I was supposed to say Gal, but Lewis, he had an alright game. He had good coverage on that one receiver, but I still think we need to have a little more speed on the corner side because, like I said, the Giants have a great weapon in Kadarius Toney, but like I said, he needs to keep his attitude in check because he took a swipe at Monte Casey and he ended up being ejected from the game. So yeah, and then I'll say this about Joe Judge. A credit to him, he definitely had the guys playing competitive and just not giving up and just showing that they're not going to be a pushover. Because you know what, in divisional games, they're not going to be. There is no guaranteed wins. I don't care who it is, whether it be the Eagles, Giants, or Redskins. It's a division rival. Your competitive nature is always going to come out. It's always going to. They're going to go toe to toe. They're going to go toe to toe with you no matter what. Regardless of records. Because like I said, the Giants are definitely not going to be a pushover. They could easily be the same record as us, or maybe 2-2. Because you know what, they have the ability to score points, and defensively they're not that horrible. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I'm just so glad that that we won. We were able to beat them considerably. Dak, Zeke, Pollard, Amari, and CD had good games. Dak even admitted he wasn't perfect, but when you come to face the New England Patriots in the next game, you cannot have a sloppy game like this, because Bill Belichick is still a respected head coach. He's going to find a way to take advantage of your mistakes, regardless of who he has playing for him. So you know what? We need to straighten that issue out. We also need to not allow certain big chunk plays. We also need to get to the quarterback better, because I felt like our defensive line was a bit of a letdown, because even though we had Watkins and Neal come back, I felt like we didn't get enough pressure like we should have. Maybe in some areas we did, but we didn't get any sacks on Glennon, so that was a bit disappointing. So the defense, despite the fact that it had a decent game, it still needs to work on stuff like that, not allow these chunk plays. But Diggs and Brown actually had solid good games today, and the offense, it did its job, showing why we are definitely the best offense in the NFC, at least in comparison to Tom Brady and what he's done with the Buccaneers. So yeah, apologies for this video going for as long as it did. I didn't expect it to be this long, but you know what? Kind of wanted to give my thoughts. I am so glad we're 4-1, 2-0 in the division. I believe we're 3-1 in the conference. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this train ride going for as long as it should. Let's keep piling up these wins, and let's show why we are the best team in the NFC. And as always, go Cowboys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.